Hello, welcome to Racing to Win. It's a big Sunday coming up at Sha Tin this week with two Group 1 races. The champ is back Golden 60 after what really was a shock defeat for him last time. Joined on the panel today by Paul Lally and Nick Child. And Nick, it's going to be a cool day weather-wise at Sha Tin, but there's going to be some hot action on the track.
Yeah, there certainly will be, Mark. Looking forward to it as well. A Group 1 doubleheader doesn't really get much better than this, does it? With the champ lining up once again, hoping to redeem that winning sequence here in Hong Kong. But look, the supporting card is headed by what looks a cracking renewal of the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup. So looking forward to that one especially. It's got the conqueror of Golden 60, Waikuku, going around in that too. And Paul Lally, you have got some jackpots for us.
Some really good jackpots, actually. A triple trio of 5 million. And also 7 million plus going into the 6-up win bonus as well. So a couple of really good jackpots there. And of course, that race with Golden 60 in it is going to be one of the 6-up legs. And
he'll no doubt be a very short prize favourite. Maybe not quite as short as we saw him go around at last time. The meeting details for Sunday are as follows. 10 races, so regular Sunday start time of 1 o'clock. Back on the A course for the 10 turf races, meeting 47 of the season, and 1 o'clock for the Class 2. And it goes without saying, the two races we focus on here on Racing to Win, races 3 and 8. The two Group 1s, the Queen's Silver Jubilee and the City Hong Kong Gold Cup. The first of the Group 1s is over the 1,400 metres, and we have got Waikuku, last year's winner at the top of the book, coming back from the 1,600 to the 1,400. Ka-Ying Star, this is the first time at the 1,400 since he ran 5th in this race last year. Every other race has been over further. Skyfield and Wellington are noted Group 1 performers. Mighty Giant returns to the track. The first starts in September. He's back from a bleed at his pet distance of 1,400 metres. Healthy Happy drops back in distance, and California Deep Shot makes his Group 1 debut. 8 runners here, Nick, and 1,400 is the trip, so they get a good, decent run to the first turn. And what does the speed map look like?
Yeah, well, they certainly do, don't they? And obviously not the biggest field as well. So the likes of Healthy Happy, obviously he likes to press forward. You've got California Deep Shot in there, who's certainly going to inject a bit of pace from barrier number 2, you'd imagine. Ka-Ying Star, as you've referenced, obviously over this trip again, he does like to go forward, but he's drawn out wide. So obviously they might have to just sort of take back, or perhaps try and press forward with him there a little bit, Paul. But Waikuku, Wellington, I think Waikuku looks set to get another dream run in this race.
Yeah, he should get a perfect run just in behind the pace. Wellington should get a nice run as well. Lucky Express, I think, will just be a little bit further back. Now, Mighty Giant is another one that can go quite well fresh as well, so we'll see where he ends up.
He can be a horse that is not quick out of the gates, Mighty Giant, but for a big fellow, he does muster pace. Here's the recent winners of the race, Paul, and Waikuku is looking to go back-to-back.
Yeah, look, he's got a fantastic course and distance record, hasn't he? 5 starts, 4 wins in a second over the 1,400 metres, won it last year and is in good form. Won really well last time. Prior to that, Beauty Generation won it 3 in a row, made it his own.
We're going to start with the man that rode Waikuku, the party pooper, if you will, who spoiled the record equalling attempt by Golden 60 last time. It is, of course, Zach Person out at track work with Nick and his thoughts on Waikuku.
Zach, Waikuku will line up in one of the big ones this weekend. Obviously a big win last time. How do you feel he's come on since then?
Oh, he's held his form. He's obviously not going to improve off that effort. You know, that's as good as he can go. And John's job is just to tick him over and keep him in that form. And, you know, it's hard to get a guide on off his trials here sometimes, but so he pulled up well and he seems good, so we're happy.
Just on that recent trial, was that just sort of a matter of process? I mean, he obviously just had a nice canter round at the back and wasn't asked too much.
He's a quirky horse. Sometimes he turns up and he trials okay. Like, he never trials great on the dirt, but sometimes he turns up and he'll trial okay, and then other days he just doesn't seem to be that interested, and that was one of those days. But like I said, his action felt good and he pulled up well, so you know, he's always turned up race day, and that's when it matters.
That win in the Stewards Cup last time, so he had a dream run round. I mean, John referred to it as almost like a piece of track work. You've got speed either side of you. Is that definitely a positive in your mind, do you think? Hopefully the same run?
Yeah, of course. It's a nice gate. It's an interesting race with the sprinters stepping up in distance and the smaller field, which sometimes tactically can become quite competitive. So we'll just see how the track's playing on the day, and, you know, John will tell me how to ride him, and hopefully we can get the job done again.
You won on the last 7-year-old to win this race. The Mighty Beauty Generation took his third. This guy's 7 as well. Do you feel he's right there to be able to knock off another Group 1, this guy?
Yeah, of course. He's always been right there. Unfortunately for him, he's run into 2 champions in his time here in Hong Kong, in Beauty Generation and Golden 60, and sometimes had to play second fiddle, but he's also been able to topple the champs at the same time. So he's a quality galloper. We've seen that, and hopefully he can get another Group 1 on the board.
Be nice to win another one for you, I'm sure. I think you've won 4 already, so this will be 5 if you can achieve it.
5 sounds better than 4, so let's go for it.
There he is, Nick, and Waikuku looking at his horse graphics page right now. He is coming back in distance. As we've said, he's won the race last year, but his record at 1,400 metres is super.
It is indeed, and I mean, highlighted obviously by winning this race 12 months ago. He's got a superb record all across the board, and as Zach mentioned in that interview there, obviously, you know, he's a 7-year-old and he seems to be in very good form, and you know, it'd be no shock, Paul, if he could win another one of these.
Yeah, and it is a horse that generally holds his form as well. Once he gets into his winning groove, he generally can hold it. So, look, I think he's going to be tough to beat.
Until it gets to about April, and he has about enough for the season and thinks I'll wait till next time before I switch back on again. The Centenary Sprint Cup here, Nick, there's Skyfield to the right of screen, and Wellington's just been a very unlucky horse of late.
Yeah, he hasn't had the rub of the green, has he? Poor old Wellington. You can see him held up for a bit of a run there, but take the horse with the white face down the outside. Skyfield, look, a huge run from this horse. Obviously, he won the Hong Kong sprint on International Day, obviously under very difficult and strange circumstances. But he's a quality horse, Paul, and I like him going up in trip.
Yeah, look, it's 1,400. He's won over the distance before, and Wellington was getting going late there as well.
What have you made of his trial, Paul? This was down the straight at Sha Tin, Skyfield.
Yeah, so you can see him in the back there, just held together nicely. A nice, quiet trial for him. He was let go late and just asked to really stretch out towards the end, of which he did. So it was a really nice trial from him.
It certainly was, wasn't it? Love the way he hit the line there, obviously, Skyfield. And, well, you know, the connections have always thought that 14 could be his trip.
We'll find out for sure, and certain definite player in the race at Skyfield. These two, Nick. Now, California Deep Shot comes to Group 1 for the first time. Lucky Express has run in a Group 1. It was the Hong Kong Mile, a distance that he hasn't really stretched out to. 1,400 metres does look a whole lot better. It
is, yeah, most definitely. I think 14 is his trip. Antoine Hamlin has ridden him 3 times before, so he'll know him quite well. Is he up to it? I mean, obviously that run in the Hong Kong Mile, you could probably put a line through that. That was obviously a very tough test for him. But look, he's a decent type of horse. So too, the horse on the inside there, Paul, California Deep Shot. 2 smart types, but certainly more work to do here. Yeah,
I think so. I just wonder if they're just a slight level below some of these other horses with better chances there.
Back to the trial file we go here, Paul, and this is Wellington's trial on the all-weather. This on the 8th of February. Did it impress you?
Nice trial. Look, he did what he had to do, didn't he? He came down the outside and won the trial. The cheek pieces, they tried the cheek pieces. They come off now. So you can see him trialling without those cheek pieces. Look, he's definitely one of the main players. He's a Group 1 winner, so I think he's up to it.
Yeah, he certainly is, isn't he? I mean, look, he's hit the line quite strongly here. Alexei just opting to just go through the gears with him there towards the latter part and just sort of, you know, nudge him out towards the line. But a good trial from him. And look, he'll be bang there when if he gets all the luck, that's for sure.
Just his second try of 1,400 metres. Not this guy, Nick, Mighty Giant. He eats the trip for breakfast.
He certainly does, yeah. Last seen in the Celebration Cup, obviously haven't seen him for a little while. He had a bleed, so a bit of time on the sidelines for him. But this was a nice trial from this guy, certainly confirming his well-being on the back of 147 days off the track. Tough test, Paul, but he's a decent type.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple of goes at Group 1s before and he's finished like 6th, 7th, 8th. He did run 3rd and 1, but again, I just wonder if he's just slightly below these genuine Group 1 horses.
A 6-time winner over 1,400 metres. He has had 2 trials. That was the second of them where he beat California Rad. Who wins the first of the Group 1s, Paul?
I'm going with Waikuku. I thought he's a horse in form at the moment. It was a very strong win from him last time. And the 1,400 looks ideal for him. So he's on top. Skyfield, the danger. Again, a winner over 1,400 and a Group 1 winner this season. At Wellington, a Group 1 winner at the end of last season. So top 3 all Group 1 winners. And Healthy Happy, I think he can run well here in this as well. And he's in there for 4th from the front. 1, 3, 4 and 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Skyfield here to take this first of the 2 Group 1s. I just really like him as a horse, and I feel that trial, that run last time was very good, and his track work's been also of a high standing. So he'll go on top for me over Waikuku for second. Wellington goes in. I think they're the big three. And I've thrown Lucky Express in as well. I think you might just be able to pick up a few pieces here. 3, 1, 4 and 7.
That is the look at the preview for the Queen's Silver Jubilee. We are heading to a break here on Racing to Win. Back to have a look at the City Hong Kong Gold Cup and the thoughts and the chances of Golden 60 right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win. Opportune time to tell you now about Hong Kong Direct this week, and as Golden 60 is going to be in the preview for the next race. If you'd like to hear from his jockey, Vincent Ho, he's on Hong Kong Direct with Tom Wood. Go to hkjc.com, click on audio and video, and you will find the episode of Hong Kong Direct right there. We move on to the second of the Group 1s. It's over the 2,000 metres and there is a scratching of Columbus County. So Casper Founds represented here still by a couple of runners in Sky Darcy and also Zabrowski. 2,000 metres, Group 1, the City Hong Kong Gold Cup it is. And we've got Golden 60 at the top of the book. His 2,000 metre wins have been this race last year and the Derby. More than this, second time over 2,000 metres. Panfield gets the blinkers on. Russian Emperor, 2 starts at 2,000, a third in the Hong Kong Cup behind Love's Only You and a second to Sky Darcy in the Derby. The scratching is Columbus County further down. Now, Reliable Team, he won over 2,000 metres at Group 2 Company 4 starts ago, went 2:03.86. Standard time for this race is 2 minutes, 0.3, and Zabrowski comes here on the back of back-to-back Group 3s, the January Cup and the Centenary Vase. All right, across to the speed map, Nick, and we'll get straight to him. Golden 60, where's he expected to be from his wide draw?
Well, look, I think he's going to get somewhere right towards the rear of the field, isn't he? But he won't want to get too far out of his ground, that's for sure. Reliable Team, as you alluded to there, and winning that Jockey Club Cup, obviously likes to go forward. He looks the only real confirmed sort of front runner here, with Zabrowski and Sky Darcy possibly sitting close up as well. And then obviously some of the leading players, Russian Emperor and Golden 60 there, Paul, looking to get further back.
Yeah, look, I think that from barrier 9 and 10, Butterfield and Russian Emperor have got no choice but to go back there. 79 might just be a place further up. It just depends where he wants to be. That's a possibility from his draw. But other than that, I think that's probably how it's going to end up.
All right, so he's going to get that run that he likes in front, perhaps Reliable Team. Firstly, though, Nick, here's a list at the previous winners. We've mentioned Golden 60 looking for back-to-back wins, but Time Warp won 2 out of the past 4.
He certainly did, and sandwiched in between there, obviously Exultant, Tony Cruz having such a great record in this race, and well, Werther, what a horse he was as well for John Moore. He also took a renewal of this race, so it's been a really good race down through the years.
It sure has. We're going to start by listening to the jockey's thoughts of a Russian Emperor. That is Blake Shin. A bit personal for Blake because he went so close over 2,000 metres in the Derby to beating Golden 60. He's fairly confident this could be the week he finally gets his redemption. This is what he told Nick at Shards-Inn yesterday.
Blake, Russian Emperor is your ride in this year's Gold Cup. A huge run in the Stewards Cup last time. You must be really looking forward to getting back on board him.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to be reunited with him again. I've had 3 rides on him now and he's ran great all 3 times. He's a very classy horse and I think he's due for a win at the elite level in Hong Kong. He's really been knocking on the door and you know, hopefully he can get his chance to get that elusive win on the weekend, and I think the race presents well for him, and we've obviously got one big task ahead of us, Golden 60, but I think my horse is ready for it.
Just on a recent trial, I mean, he looked rather impressive, finishing off his trial nicely over most definitely an inadequate trip. Were you and the team very happy with that trial?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you can trial on the dirt over 1,200 and they can go very slow and you can't take much away from it. At least over 1,000 on the grass, you can have the benefit of the grass and you can be guaranteed a genuine speed, and you can trial them how you want. And look, the horse just relaxed nicely, and what we wanted was him to run through the line, and after the winning post he was in front and really going through the line nicely, and that's all we wanted. He felt great, and just ticking over into this weekend's race.
You're allowed to ride him in trials. It's almost a case of roles reversed when it comes to track work. What's been the report from his trainer, Douglas White, because he seems to do most of the work on this horse?
He does. Look, he knows the horse better than anyone. He's done a terrific job job with the horse, preparing him, and I think he's got a wonderful understanding of him now. And he's echoing how good the horse is going, and yeah, like I said, he knows how to train him, he knows how to get him right for the big days, and I'm sure he's got him spot on.
He's obviously, it's well documented, Blake, he is yet to win a race here in Hong Kong with his pedigree and with his form from Europe, but how much are you looking forward to this race, and how much do you think you've got that chance to have a crack at Golden 60? You were quoted in the press as saying this is your sort of your big chance to take on the champ. Do you really feel this horse is ready to win a race like this?
Well, I do. You know, last time we got beat around about a length and a half by Golden 60 Waikuku. You know, they're the best milers in Hong Kong. We go to 2000 now, where last time Russian Emperor was at 2000. He got beat by the two Japanese horses and ran an unbelievable race. Golden 60, 2000's probably stretching him to his best. So he's going to, you know, he's going to have to perform at a very, very high level to beat Russian Emperor, where I know my horse is going to run an absolute maximum effort. So we're going to test Golden 60 no matter what. You know, it's going to be a great race.
And just finally, Blake, you're drawn in the same barrier as the Hong Kong Cup. No concerns in your mind there?
No, I think I'll just approach the race in the same manner. If it's a slow speed, we'll just ride him, you know, wherever he's comfortable. I know we were close to the speed last time, but he drew well, and he just naturally lobbed there. So it all comes down to pace and how I'm travelling, and we'll just ride the race accordingly.
That's Blake Shinn, who rides Russian Emperor, as we break down the Stewards Cup right now, boys. And we start, of course, with Golden 60. He's back in the field. This is a defeat for the champ. He was going for that equalling of Silent Witness's record. Russian Emperor's 2 spots in front of him. We've got More Than This, who splits them. And then we've got Sky Darcy, who's over on the outside of a Golden 60. So, Nick, we'll start with you. Of course, Waikuku, the winner of this, is up outside the leader.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, and the run that Russian Emperor's got is a nice one, isn't it, throughout the course of the race. And obviously, you know, there was much said about Golden 60, and obviously, you know, he had plenty to do chasing down good horses. But look, I think they won't certainly make any same mistake again with him. He might just try and be that little bit closer. But you know, both of them have run, you know, massive races, even though the champ's been defeated. But the run of Russian Emperor here, Paul, I thought was a very good one over this sort of trip. Yeah,
no, definitely. And look, he sort of got the run through on the inside. Golden 60 had to do it wide and come into it. I like the run also More Than This. I thought he hit the line strongly there. And you can see none of those horses really getting back had the race run to suit at all. You can see that looking at the sectional times there.
Yeah, 25.77. That was the Stewards Cup's graphic. Now, Paul, here's the difference between Golden 60 and Waikuku from the start through to the finish.
Yeah, like it just shows you that the race wasn't run to suit for Golden 60. He got too far back, and he just couldn't make up that ground. It was impossible statistically. So I think they'll be aware of that in this race.
Nick, we head back to Golden 60. We focus on him too. This is his trial. It was over the 1,000, obviously down the straight at Sha Tin. Did it impress you?
It did. Look, he always seems to trial, you know, adequately to perhaps, you know, nicely, if you will. I mean, I don't think he's over exuberant or doing anything too flashy, but he's just going through the motions here. He's got a lovely action about him. He's travelled well throughout it, and yeah, look, it was just a nice prep, Paul, for stepping into this race, and yeah, it'd be hard to fault that trial.
Yeah, exactly. He's been going well all season, isn't he? And it was just another good trial from him. So, look, if he gets a race run to suit, I think he'll win. It's simple as that.
OK, so that's Golden 60, a thorough breakdown of him. Now we go back to this race, and it's over the 1,800 metres. This is the second of Zabrowski's Group 3s. There he is outside the leader. Butterfield has the white cap on this day. We've got Savvy 9, who's got the red cap on against the rail. Tourbillon Diamond, and also Panfield, who's trialled well since this race, and Reliable Team, who's been disappointing since stealing that Group 3. As a horse, Paul, you have to love Zabrowski's attitude. Yeah, look, he goes really well. The 2000, first time here in Hong Kong, looks ideal for him as well. He's in good form. He's won those 2 races, but they were both handicaps. He now comes up against these horses at set weights. That's the query. Can he make the jump up? That's the question.
Yeah, it's a tougher ask, isn't it, for sure, but he has got a great attitude. Good run from Butterfielder. Look, he's come up short a couple of times in Group 1 company as well. So, look, it's going to be much tougher, but you can't fault Zebrowski, I think, on recent form.
So there we have it. That is the replays and the analysis for the second of the Group 1s, the City Hong Kong Cup. Paul, is it Golden 60's a bounce-back race?
Yeah, definitely. It was just a big run last time. He just didn't have that race run to suit. He's on top more than this second. Russian Emperor and Zebrowski, 1, 2, 4 and 11.
Yeah, I'm going to take him on here, actually, Golden 60. I think Russian Emperor looks primed and ready to hopefully win that first race here in Hong Kong. So I'll go with him over Golden 60. But look, I thoroughly expect the champ to be very hard to beat indeed. More than this in for third, and Zebrowski in as well. 4, 1, 2 and 11 for me.
That's the Group 1s. Paul, what about the undercard? Who do you like in the other races?
I like Looking Great. I think he's been racing some pretty good races in the first. He's going to get his opportunity. Horse got amazing victory. He was over 100 to 1 on debut and ran a really slashing race. I think he can go pretty good. Later on, Millennium Falcon's got an inside draw. He's going quite well. And in the last, a horse called Dragon Fortune. He's trialled well and he's got an inside barrier. He might be one at a bit of a price as well.
And you can see a breakdown of all of those races, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for a race-by-race analysis. Best bet, please, Paul.
Super Fortune, I like. He's got barrier number 1. Inside draw, came out of a really strong form race. I think he can win. He's very speedy. An amazing victory in race 2. Just had the 1 run to start and went really well on debut. And the play in race 7, 5, 9 and 12, QQP, Gun Express, Kamasi and Super Fortune.
Yeah, I'm going Skyfield, my best. I think he's primed and ready for this 1,400 metre trip, and I expect a big run from him. Long shot is Fun and Glory. Hopefully he's not up to his same antics as last time. And the play, race 5, 2, 10 and 12 for me.
Best bet, Millennium Falcon, race 5, number 6. He's got a good draw, barrier 2. He's a horse that can find bad luck in a race, but when he doesn't get it, he's an exciting galloper. Kazi Farazi's way down in the ratings for the last. He's a 5-time course and distance winner, and the play race 10, co-partner Ambition, and the swoopers, Super Dynamite and Kazi Farazi. That has been Racing to Win, Nick, and can't wait to get out to Sha Tin tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 Group 1s. It's hard to knock, isn't it?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It should be great racing.
And then we're back to Happy Valley next Wednesday night. That has been a look at a dual Group 1 day for Sha Tin. It's a 1 o'clock first race. Enjoy your Sunday at Sha Tin from the team at Racing to Win. Bye-bye.